Howdy, howdy, howdy. Kamron Karington here. And listen, if you own a restaurant, you're tired of all this COVID-19 bullshit and the looting and rioting and cities being burnt to the ground, all these dipshit politicians having you open and close and open and close, this episode is for you. We're going to talk about how we are in uncharted waters. There is no playbook for this right now. I'm going to rant for a little bit, so you're going to have to put up with that. And we're going to go over how you need to put together a SWOT analysis right now. Strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, threats. I'm going to help you do that. And then we're going to talk about money and how some people operate their money, how some are afraid to spend it. Right now is the time, if you got some balls and you're going to make it in this business, right now is the time to double down. This is, in fact, the opportunity of a lifetime for restaurant owners. Let's get started. Howdy, howdy. My bad. I've been out for about a month here. We've been pretty busy with boarding a lot of new clients. And these videos, it's a one-man show, and it does take some time. But part of why I've been laying low is I've been completely disgusted with what I've seen out there, and I'm sure you have too. And it's like, what do I do? Come out in the middle of the rioting, looting, and torching of our cities and say, hey, here's another cool marketing tip for your restaurant. But the reality is that we are in unprecedented times, uncharted waters. There is no playbook for this right now. Now, oddly enough, just about 2 or 3 videos back, I mentioned how politics was going to play a part in how restaurants would reopen from COVID-19. It seemed that liberals were wanting to stay and shut down longer, less likely to venture out. Conservatives were more open to getting back to restaurants and opening businesses. So that was more of just a look at the reality on the ground and what your odds were as far as being able to get new customers and get open again. Then, we all saw what happened. Some of these dipshit mayors and governors let these mobs run loose, torching the very businesses that pay the taxes that pay their salaries. And what really pissed me off is when you looked at this mob setting businesses on fire and flipping cars over in the street and refer to them as protesters. What a bunch of bullshit. Now, I've always said that people get the government and the local experience that they vote for. This is affecting all of us, though. After the Rodney King thing, that was a lost decade for that community. Coming back from that took about 10 years. And so if you're in one of those areas, my God, I feel sorry for you. There's just no predictability and, open, close, time to riot. And this whole thing of wearing face masks at restaurants, I know some people are going out and doing it, but I really believe what a lot of the others in the industry are saying is that we're probably going to have a lot of carnage ahead. It's been this double whammy. You got COVID, it's changing behavior forever. We're going to get into this in a minute, talk about a SWOT analysis and how you should be looking at money and whether to spend it or not right now. But so we've got the COVID thing, and then we've got complete chaos around the country to pile on top of that. And another thing, I'll tell you, I'm just going to rant here for a second. Let's say Seattle, Portland, whatever. They can go ahead and vote for a bunch of dipshits to run their city, but this affects all of us now. Because think about it. Look at the insurance premiums we're all going to have to pay now as insurance companies are forced to cover all these losses. If I was the insurance companies, I'd be suing the cities. I'd say, you didn't do anything to stop this, and we want our money from you, from your local citizens that elected you people. That's what I would do. But anyway, enough of the rant. So here we are. The reality is that human behavior is changing forever. People are going to be dining at home more and more. Restaurants are going to fail. Amidst all this chaos and carnage, there's going to be some opportunity. Whether you can participate or not is going to depend a lot on your footprint, your finances, and how open you are to tackling this new opportunity that we have. It may be very different from what you've done in the past. Let's start with SWOT, SWOT analysis, strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. Now, I can't do this for you, but it's something you're going to need to do. But strengths. Now, if you had a dine-in restaurant, a strength would have been good location. A strength would have been foot traffic. A strength would have been lots of cool ambiance. Those could all now be weaknesses. I'm going to show you how they can still be strengths, but let's just assume right now that these could also be weaknesses. You might have a big footprint that you're paying heavy rent on, and you now cannot fill your restaurant to capacity to pay the rent. You may be near a mall or an office center that you require that foot traffic. More and more people working from home. More and more people ordering their stuff on Amazon. It's the reality. It's where it is. So what used to be a strength could now be a weakness. Let's look at opportunities and threats. Opportunity. People are eating at home. There's, I hate to say this, but a lot of restaurants are closing. This is going to be in the, 100,000 plus restaurants are going to close. What does that mean? A lot of free-range customers are going to be wandering around looking for new restaurants. Now let's look at the threats. With takeout delivery and more people dining at home, the only growth opportunity in restaurants right now is going to be that off-premise situation, getting a good meal to somebody at home, and you may not have the right concept for that. Some food does not travel well. It's not going to provide a good experience once it shows up and it's all steamy and soggy and looks like hell. So depending on your concept, the type of food, you may need to adjust. The threats that we have here, though, are you've got the third-party online ordering delivery people. They are not your friends. Dig just a few videos back and you'll see the video I did on the third-party people and how they're going to really screw you over because you can't control the experience. You've got a third-party person showing up, picking up the food. He may stop by another restaurant to pick up another thing before he even heads out on the delivery to your customer. So picture this. Delivery driver shows up at your restaurant, picks up your to-go meal, right? Got their little sack in their hand and they leave. Then they've got another one that they've decided they're going to take. So they stop by that restaurant. They could wait 10, 15, 20 minutes at that restaurant, pick that food up. And then the person that ordered that is closer and it's on the way to yours, so they stop and deliver that one first. They don't answer to you. They're not accountable to you. You cannot control the customer experience with a third-party delivery system. Can't do it. And reputation. We're starting to see more and more bad Yelp reviews from customers saying, hey, ordered in Grubhub and this, that, but they point at the restaurant, and the restaurant's the one that takes the hit on their Yelp profile. Okay, so third-party online ordering delivery, threat. Meal kits. Whoa. More and more people eating at home. There's no restaurant experience. So why am I spending 20, 30, 40 bucks for dinner? I'm not. I don't have the ambiance. I don't have the cool stuff hanging on the walls. I don't have the cool experience, the view, none of that. So now at home, I want a good meal. I'm getting in the habit of just pushing buttons on an app or whatever, and that shows up. And as these new habits take hold, more and more people are going to decide they're not going to spend that kind of money to eat at home. They don't have the experience, the restaurant experience. So they've got a lot of options. They got meal kits at the grocery stores. You got meal kits, Blue Apron, Freshly.com. They just show up at your door. Boom. Have you seen frozen foods in the grocery store? Wolfgang Puck, that kind of stuff? You can get a good gourmet meal. And this is not the kind of TV dinners we used to have when we were kids, right? I mean, this stuff's pretty good. So we got third-party online ordering and delivery, threat. We've got meal kits, threat. Third threat that you have are the large chains. The pizza guys, oh my God. If you looked at Domino's stock lately, through the roof. In fact, tell you what, FYI, Domino's stock from about 2009 or 10, do you know that it was the best investment in the world? Outperformed Amazon, outperformed Facebook, outperformed Netflix. Crazy. And it's still going up. So these are the threats that you have, and the opportunity you have is just the reverse of those. You've got to be able to handle your own delivery, have your own online ordering experience so you maintain the customer relationship. Remember, the third-party delivery guys, they're stealing your customers and promoting your competitors to them. Not what you want. Okay, let's talk about money. Carnage and chaos like this can provide the opportunity of a lifetime, and that's what we have in front of us right now. If I were getting into the business today, it would be off premise only, zero dine-in, wouldn't even worry about it because I don't know what government pinhead's going to order me clothes tomorrow, right? So takeout delivery only is what I'd be doing. I'd have a tight menu, food that traveled well. I would price it for that at-home economy. Remember, no restaurant experience. People are not paying up much longer to just have food show up at their house. You got a lot of competition. Okay, so money. Do your SWOT analysis and then decide how much do you believe in yourself? Because if you're willing to invest in yourself, that says a lot about you and your confidence. If you're not willing to put some of this in, now think about this. If you got some money, there's two ways to run your business. One is that I make whatever money I can, and I put that in my pocket. The other is you make some money, and some goes in your pocket, but some goes back to grow the business. Most of these businesses that start up funded by venture capital often put over 50% of all their capital into sales, growing the footprint. So if you don't feel like you can spend some money on marketing to grow your footprint, you can't spend some money to reconfigure your kitchen a little bit to take advantage of this new opportunity, you might want to think twice about staying in the restaurant business. The restaurant business, as you know it, is over. The opportunity is off premise. And if you're not configured for it now, like I tell you, a lot of our clients, I got a small bakery up 402%. I've got a small pizza chain up 129%. I've got another pizzeria up 67%. A lot of our clients were already configured for takeout delivery. When all this crap hit the fan, our marketing platform, Adaptive Marketing, just swooped in, started attracting more customers for them, pivoted to the new reality, and they're off to the races. So that tells us that you can do well right now as restaurants close and there's a lot of free-range customers walking around in a zombie haze looking for, what happened. My favorite restaurant's closed and they need to wire up to new places. It's going to take a little bit of scratch to reach these people and to keep them coming back. So think about, again, when it comes to money and running your business, what is the only thing you can spend money on that brings money back in? Ding, ding, ding. Marketing. Rent, labor, all that stuff's fixed expenses. It sits there waiting for customers to order from you to pay that overhead. Marketing is the only thing where you can spend one of these and it has some little babies and comes back with a bunch of these. Now you can screw up your marketing too and just waste money. Get the right marketing in place that is attracting new customers, forming a relationship, and keeping them coming back. And then marketing becomes an investment in you. And if you're not willing to invest in you to grow this business, you need to think twice. It might be time to cut and run. As usual, I appreciate you watching this video. It means a lot to me. My fingers are crossed for you. I'd like to hear from you too. And so let me know in the comment section how things are going for you. I'd love to hear from you and I'll respond, but I'd like to know what's the situation on the ground. How are you doing? You going to be able to make it? I'd really like to know. Again, thank you. I'll have some marketing tips for you soon. We've been busy as hell boarding clients, so apologize for the lapse in time here, but I'll be back soon. And listen, if you enjoyed this video, I'd really appreciate a thumbs up down there. And if you haven't already subscribed, do that now so you're the first to know when I've got some new content for you. Booyah! Look forward to seeing you next time.